Worthy had the last laugh. After the Chiefs' rookie Worthy experienced the defeat in the Super Bowl, he was caught in an accusation controversy. He was arrested in Georgetown on March 7th on the charge of domestic violence. Subsequently, Worthy's fiancée Jones hinted on social media that she was the one who filed the accusation. The two had been engaged last year, so why did Worthy suddenly commit domestic violence? In fact, it was all a trap set by Jones in an attempt to get her fiancé's $16 million. Because Jones was caught cheating by Worthy. As a national athlete, she had to safeguard her reputation. Out of desperation, she chose to accuse Worthy of committing domestic violence against her. But in reality, it was Jones who perpetrated the domestic violence. From the photos of Worthy when he was arrested, it can be seen that his face had been scratched by Jones, his hair had been pulled out, and she even smashed up a room. In addition, Jones also tried to extort money. Because once Worthy was convicted of domestic violence, he would face a prison sentence of 2 to 10 years. In that case, the $16 million contract that Worthy had just signed with the Chiefs would naturally be inherited by Jones. Fortunately, Jones didn't succeed. Worthy's lawyer declared that the case had been dismissed, and the surveillance video proved that Worthy didn't commit domestic violence. Everyone thought that it was Jones who should be sent to prison.
Crazy, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Who want to go first?
I'll let y'all take.
You want to go, Bosa?
No. You got this.
Oh, okay. What I would say, this is the oldest trick in the book. I done been through it with females where it's like, okay, you got caught with a chick and you get attacked by ex-wife, and then they act like they the victims. Women do that. That's the oldest trick in the book. I just feel like he's on a more high status source in the media, and that's how Vulgar was going at it with Jay, saying like, oh well, men gotta need men's counseling, or they need to be taught to with a life coach. The women are the ones that need to change, because the woman, she wasn't even thinking about anything. She was like, I'm about to get that bag, I'm about to put this on him, and then once he go down, that's all mine. I'm in complete control.
Easy.
Yeah, I definitely think it's tragic, man. Like this dude is a NFL superstar, man, pretty much. And these chicks, I don't think they even think about the future or nothing. I think they always think about is like next month or tomorrow. They're not thinking that you're about to ruin this man's NFL career because you over here humping on what's his name. You know what I'm saying? And you got caught, and now y'all in there arguing, and then you point the finger at him when it's really your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's just a really sticky situation. I mean, we've seen worse situations than this in the NFL. I mean, people in the NFL that murder people and all kind of crazy stuff. So, but yeah, this is definitely crazy when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. Because that's what we like to talk about a lot on this show is relationships and stuff like that. So everything is kind of falling into play with this show. So yeah, I think it's a crazy ass situation though for sure. I feel sorry for him.
Yo, what's up?
I think it's crazy times, scary times that we live in, man. It's been so for a while for a lot of people in the spotlight. If once those accusations stick, whether it's domestic abuse or SA type of allegations or anything, all you can really do is try to defend yourself. But unfortunately, like that, once that stain is on you, it does way more damage way too fast. By the time the news gets out there, no, like that apology doesn't even get heard, or not even an apology, but that vindication, it doesn't, it's never as loud as the accusation. So
Yeah. So, do y'all think people like football players, or I'm gonna say athletes that make it to the league, because he's 21, right? Do y'all think that they need more experience before trying to live with women and get into these relationships? Or should they have some type of guide? Like now a lot of these players don't even have fathers. I think that's a big issue, is that a lot of these players are lacking fathers or hardcore fathers. I'll give you Yobasal probably know what I'm about to say. because before I was conservative, I was very liberal and very like naive. And we got a familiar person, Uncle Charles, who was always kind of red pill, right? And he would always give us advice on women and stuff. And I was the one, like y'all see me now, Iyobasal know when I was the reverse. Like I was not like this before. And I would just look at him and be like, man, he's misogynistic. I didn't know that what that word was, but that's how I felt towards him. Like, and now that I'm in my 40s, I see that he was telling the truth. So I think maybe a lot of these guys, they're not hip on the game and they're thinking women are sugar and spice and everything nice until, they get hit.
I
Yeah,
don't.
man, it's the
I'm
home there.
sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you
No,
good? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't think you can really control if they move in with women or start these relationships. For a lot of these dudes, really a lot of people when they say first time getting money, they was never the dude that was able to get girls. So for the first time in their life, they got access to all this money, access to all these women, and nobody around them that could really check them. So I don't really know how you could slow that down.
I, I
Yeah,
don't think you can ever control when a penis and a vagina get together. Like they gonna be
Mm.
crazy about each other. They gonna do the
oh,
most wild stuff. You see how your boy Travis Hunter girl act. It's if emotions involved, it's 10 times worse. Like this was his girl. This wasn't like just some chick
Yeah.
he was chilling with. Like this was his girl. I don't know if they
Right.
got kids or whatever. So no, I don't think a lot of these guys you will be able to control. Like I think it's also depending on your chick. Like the Patrick Mahomes chick, she do a lot of wild stuff, but she ain't put him in a crazy situation. I never seen LeBron wife put him in a crazy situation. Steph Curry wife, even though she says she wants some attention, I never seen her put him in a police situation. But I
Yeah.
see Jay Z have Beyonce's sister all attacking him in the face, and he just stood there. They still went at him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, I guess what I'm saying is if they had the knowledge, that's what I mean. Like the father, like I feel like a lot of these guys don't have the knowledge because I just don't think these women up and like they're sugar and spice and everything nice and then they up and flip. I think there's signs. And a lot of these guys don't know because I was like that. There was always signs with me. And I didn't notice them until I really start understanding like red pill and stuff like that. Now it's like obvious, but I think for me that's a lack of fathers.
If you
yeah.
love
I
a
just,
chick over
Lack
it,
of
ain't gonna
strong
matter.
fathers. Huh?
yeah,
If
I
you
just
love
want to
a chick,
say,
it's not gonna matter. Go ahead, easy.
yeah, I just want to say, yeah, I think it's a whole mess though, man. And like you were saying, like I was gonna say the same thing. Like this wasn't no random chick that he just picked up. This was like his fiance, something he was gonna wife up. So I just don't understand, man. They need to think together and work together, because they might end up being together after this. You never know, but they need to get together though, for sure.
You said them being together?
I said a lot of people go through fights and
Yeah.
they'll make up. You know what I'm saying? I said if they're gonna stay together, they need to get it together.
Oh no, I hope he need to be done with that.
You
You
never
see,
know.
yeah, man, that man had to cut his hair. I'm sure he been growing them locks for like years. Like them locks are long. He had to start that like when he was in elementary school. If he 21, uh,
You never
yeah,
know, bro.
yeah, he'd be simp of the year if he go back to her.
I mean,
I
love,
don't
love it,
know.
love it how you doing crazy things. And sometimes you might be with a girl that's, she might be the sanest thing you ever met, but you just pushed the wrong button or you did something. We've all been in crazy situations. I think you live long enough, you might find yourself doing that. You never doing something that's out of character for you, or seeing somebody else come out of character for themselves.
Man,
We've
forget
all
that.
we've all been there.
Forget that. Man, when I first started growing my beard, it had like Jada Pickett alopecia looking. Like my beard was just not good, and now it's full. If my girl cut my beard, we done. I don't even know if I'll be on the man cave anymore.
Mm.
Nah, that's crossing the line right there for me.
That's funny.
I
But
mean, that's young love. I mean, it's just that he got the spotlight on it. If he was in the hood somewhere, we'll be like, oh, that's normal. Like, of
Yeah,
course,
That's what
like
I'm saying.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
But
that's the difference though. Like in the hood, you ain't got nothing. Like that's cool, but this man about 16 million.
yeah,
Yeah,
she was an
Yeah.
athlete too. She probably felt like, hey, I was with you in the trenches. I was out there running track. I was a baller too. Like, now you think you something? You know what I'm saying?
You
I'm
he is something
cheating,
though.
but
Yeah,
cheating though.
I
he is something. He an NFL star.
But the cheating, but now they push women to have these 3 or 4 phases now. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of these dudes need to just, especially when you get that type of money, just keep it cool for until your 30s.
Yeah,
Like,
the only thing that I want to add is I don't think one disagreement or one outburst like this should end a relationship. People recover sometimes. That's all I
Yeah,
want to add, bro.
man, she
So
pulled his
I don't
locks
think
out.
I don't think it'll be as
Nah,
simple.
bro. You gotta have like a code of ethics, and there gotta be like you gotta have 7 deadly sins somewhere. Certain things that are just not forgivable. Putting your hands on somebody, that's not. I don't allow no woman to put their hands on me. I had one situation which I told you about in the chat earlier with my first ex-wife. Basically, it got crazy. I ended up going to jail over it because on the police show, I called the police because she was just destroying my studio. Yobasaw might remember this. We got into it.
I think I do.
you
Yeah,
you remember the studio on Olathe, bro?
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, we got into it, and the reason why we got into it because it was Father's Day, bro. And
Mm.
I was working like 2 or 3 jobs back then. I'm 20. I'm 21. And I've always been a hustler. So she just wanted time. I'm like, hey, I can't give you that right now. You trying to go to school. We got a baby. I'm trying to hold down all the bills, which, back then was great because rent was nothing. But still, I had to work these jobs. And she wanted to do something. I'm like, it's my day. So I'm like, if I do have it off, I want to stay home. She didn't want to she wasn't going for that. So we went back and forth. And then it got crazy. So back then I was dealing with like asthma and stuff. So she just like sprayed me with aerosol spray, right? Yeah. And then like just start breaking my guitar, all kind of stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to put my hands on her. So I called the police to stop it. They come, they make me go outside. Next thing I know, I'm arrested. And it was like the worst 18 months because the state of Kansas was just all in our business, trying to take our daughter, everything. But I did go back after that, but I just never got over it. And a divorce happened from that. But ever since then, I don't let no woman put their hands on me. If I can't beat you down, you can't put your hands on me. You can't talk to me crazy. And every man should have a standard like that.
well, my story of over like for me, I stayed out till 4 o'clock in the morning, like 3 nights in a row. And then last night she just had it. She attacked me in the shower.
Whoa.
I didn't do nothing. They took me to jail. Like the police even tried to jump me, but I just was like, I went off on her when I got on the phone in the jail. But as soon as I walked in, I said, "Hey, who giving me their commissary? Like, let's get it popping in here." Like, so it's also like what you can take and what is around you. Like, cause for me, I had more power over her when I came back, but I went in there and I was out bail. My mama bailed me out. I was out in 24 hours. I went and hung out, seen some people from the street. Like, yeah, like
Wait, hold on. You
I'm
said you went in
home.
there and took niggas commissary?
I came in and chilling. I got top bunk. I'm eating this. Like I chilled the whole time. Like the matter of fact, the
Oh,
playoffs was on. I watched the playoffs. The CEO came up to me. He was like, "Hey man," I was working out a lot of this time. He was like, "Hey man, if you start something in here, we gonna do you dirty." The CEO came up to me. I said, "Bro, I'm waiting on my bail right now." But when I came out, she felt guilty. She felt like, "Oh dang, I can't believe I did this to him." Like, so you have a little bit more control. Like, I can't believe you put the people on me. Like, if he stay with her, she go feel like she done told on herself. He go be able to tell her to do anything. Like, hey, go jump and get me a cheesecake and walk 12 miles back, and she go do everything.
Nah, that
Hey,
ain't how
Gray,
that,
you
bro. That
sound
ain't
like
how
a
that work.
stepper, bro.
That ain't how that work. When you let them
You
get
sound like
away
you
with
sound
it,
like
they
a
feel like they
stepper,
can do it
dog.
again.
You sound
yeah.
like a
No, I
real
think
stepper, Gray.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
go ahead.
you walked in there and knew niggas and was had them ordering spreads and everything, man. That's crazy.
I was
I
hot
ain't never
because
been.
this was like on the weekend. So I came there. Matter of fact, I met the girl with Easy, who I was with. And that's how
Oh
I
yeah, I
got
remember that. I
caught.
remember
That's how I got
that.
caught. And then like she went off on me. I'm already mad with what happened with her. Then
I
so I
remember
went
that.
in there and then like I just was like, I'm stuck. Like I'm just go like chill. So like I just made the best of the situation. Like of course, Vogel, I came out, I was hot too. I had to talk to the people, but at the same time, she was crying. She called the DA like, "Oh, he didn't do anything." Like, so it was her reaction that made me say, "Okay." Now we broke up for some months after that, but I was just like, and we still ended up getting a divorce. But I know like women can't control their emotions.
But you know the best thing to do in that is don't engage. That's my biggest thing. Like, don't engage when they go into their emotions. Like, you start talking to them and they don't make no sense. You cut them off. They gonna come back and be like, "You don't let me get it out." Like, no, you got to talk to me with some sense because that's the trap. You right. Women don't know how to control their emotions, and when they in their emotions, let them sit with their own emotions by them damn selves. That's what I do now. I do not engage. That's the lesson I learned from both of my marriages. Because you get frustrated trying to make it make sense. And as a man, you can't make it make sense. I know all y'all can understand what I'm trying to say right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So a therapy session with me. But that's the best the best advice. Let them sit in their own stuff. Or you be sitting down there like Gray, the commissary.
Taking niggas commissary.
That's
no, I
crazy.
was cool. I came in cool, bro. Like, but it was like a 4-man cell. So like, and it was 2 crackheads in my cell, just to be real. And I just was like, hey.
Debo.
And then
That's
Debo.
immediately was like,
crazy.
"Oh, here you go." Like, all right, I'm gonna take because I knew I was getting out. So it was just like I wasn't worried about it being like, "Oh yeah, you owe us," and jumping me by the shower. Somebody was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat this real quick." And then I'm out on the boys. They're gonna be like, "Oh, no, we gave him Cheetos and everything." Like, no, I'm
That's crazy. How did the crackheads have more commissary than you though? That's the
gone.
craziest thing.
But I gave somebody.
Crackheads is in there.
I gave my stuff away when I left. Though I gave my socks away.
Oh,
I gave
okay.
everything I had. I said, "Here, y'all take all of this," and I left.
Yeah, you're a real one, Gray, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I left out there with nothing. I said, "Bro, y'all take all of this. I'm going."
Yeah.
so
Fuck that.
so is it just you got kids easy?
No, I got one son. He's 18. So no, I don't have no kids. I got one son. No, don't put no plural on the internet shit. No,
Kids,
no, no.
adult.
I don't have no kids. I got one son. He's 18.
All right, what's were you in the house with them, or was it a co-parent situation?
I ain't about to be talking about my business on this show.
All right, you don't have to answer. Yobasaw, you want to elaborate?
If I do got kids, they ain't found me yet. So
Wow.
nah, I don't have any.
Gray.
I got 2 daughters, 14 and 8. Well, no, she might be 16, 15 and 8. I was married to my high school sweethearts. I was with a person for a long time. We had our little breakups here and there, but then I just been officially divorced for like 4 years.
Well, mine is about to be out of college, and the other one is 9. And I hope that I don't have to go through a situation like what Umar is currently going through. And I'm going to start off with him. I really didn't want to play his daughter ranting. I do have one rant that I'm going to play halfway through our discussion on this. But here's the first of Dr. Umar responding to his daughter's accusations that he wasn't there and that he's a deadbeat and that she can't